All right, good buzz in Denver about Bo Nix, and rightfully so. Been really solid for the first 2 preseason games. Not necessarily wowing you, but doing what you want a quarterback to do, is making the plays in front of him, not making mistakes with the football, getting the ball out quickly, all the things that he did really, really well in college. So let's dive in and take a look at game number 2. All right, so this is the kind of stuff I like. He comes out here, and really what our read is usually on this play is flat. Then we go over the top to the corner. Then they bring the shallow back underneath. All right, so come out the flat. It's 3rd and short. He may be able to put the ball on the flat, get back there, hit that back foot, get the ball on him, and allow him to turn the corner and make the defender make the tackle. 3rd and 1. Oftentimes that's enough space to throw it. But okay, feels this guy's running to the flat. So now he works up to the corner, already sees outside leverage there by the cornerback. Not going to waste my time, with bad leverage on those 2 guys. So get right down to your check down here, knowing that you just need a couple yards for the first down. You see it right there, boom. 1, 2, 3, ball out, get the first down, move the chains. All right, so this is a good old play we call Hank. Okay, so it's curl flat, and then what a lot of people call an OTB, and over the ball route right there. Now, most people teach it just like this, that we go here first, and then we work off of the squeeze, and then we work the curl flat to the outside. Okay, so by all context, Bo's doing exactly what he's supposed to be doing right here. There's an opening, the guy has some space, put it on him, and we get a completion. But this is my problem with why we read it this way. First of all, it's not the deepest throw. So why am I not playing to the deeper throw? I want to get the curl route. When I play this, I want to throw the curl route and use this OTB as my check down. And then normally when you get this, what you're doing is you're trying to fit it in just like here. So you see, he throws it, completes it, and then what? Boom, boom, bang, bang. Defenders are always right there to squeeze it, so you're stuck getting just 5 yards instead of reading this out, okay? So let's just say, and again, it's a little harder because we're cheating it, but to me, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come out and read one of these outside linebackers here, okay? I'm going to come out and read the outside trying to get the curl, okay? So let's just say we get our flat going here, and this outside linebacker goes to cover the flat. If I'm still reading up to the curl, now this defender here has to cover the curl. If he doesn't cover the curl, I've got a 12-yard completion and I'm good. But if my timing plays out to the deeper throw, it forces the defender to have to cover deeper, longer, right? Here, does he hold off the curl or does he not, right? You tell me. I mean, really on this play, because this guy's back here, I'm going to hit the flat. I hit the flat, I'm getting more than 4 yards here. This guy's turning the corner, and I've got a nice play. If I go down here to the bottom, I'm hitting the curl. I got twice as many yards on the completion down to this side. So I hate settling for the OTB right off the bat. I have no problem getting to the OTB if cover, 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 cover. These guys all cover out there, and we force them to cover all the way through to the curl. Then we throw this as a check down. Now we can turn and get some space. So Bo's doing this exactly right. I just don't like teaching it this way. I'm going to teach to the deeper throw. I'm going to teach to the guy that we put in a bigger bind, which is the outside linebacker that already have to cover basically curl to flat. And then we make the secondary guy cover it, and we're giving ourselves the best option to get the most yards on this play. Bo's really good on these nakeds. Nice little fake right there. He gets turned. For all those young quarterback out here, he's getting turned. He's turning his head here, but he's also getting depth out of this to get away from the defender. See that depth? And then once he recognizes that he's got the edge, now turn the corner with your speed. Now they're trying to bring a shallow route back here to be their flat. He never really gets there, and then they've got their crosser, but Bo does a great job because he's broken contain. Now I'm going to stretch this thing, flip it back to the inside, get ourselves a completion, once again moving the chains. All right. For anybody that follows me, you know I hate this play. All right. So this is the mesh play. Okay. So it's shallow, shallow. There's our mesh. Guy over the ball. Okay. A semi bullets here. I don't like the angle of this guy going too far down the field here. I want to see this guy, this running back, go a little bit wider first so I can hit him almost on a swing route. So if this guy gets depth and this corner is off, I can hit that swing route right now and we go one-on-one with my shoulders turned with one defender down on the other side. He comes too much down the field like this. Now we can't make that quick throw and it puts us in a bind. But reason I don't like mesh is because mesh has three guys, 1, 2, 3, running to 3 different zones. We don't necessarily, beat anybody with the concept, and it's really a man-to-man play for me, so I don't like it, but obviously there's a lot of people out there that love mesh, right? And so here's the problem. This guy's here, this guy's waiting for the shallow, this guy's going to cover the hook, and then there's another guy back out here to cover the backside shallow. Now he gets a little bit wide there, so again, that's what everybody hopes for, is a little distortion from the defense and then find a way to make a play. But we're going 1, 2, 3, and got to get all the way back here to 4 on this particular play. Not a good zone play in my opinion. So you see it. It doesn't happen fast enough, right? Bo's waiting for it, and look at this. Just a big mess in the middle, right? You see the space right here, the possibility of hitting that right now if we've got a little better angle, right? Let's come off of this angle. If this guy goes just a little bit more this way and I give it to him, we only need to get about 4 yards on this play, and that was always my first thought when I got bullets. If this corner is off, playing soft, okay, I'm reading this guy right off the bat. If that guy doesn't come downhill, I'm hitting my back on the swing right now and letting him go one-on-one, and then from there, we go shallow, we go hook, we go backside shallow. But you can see kind of a mess here, bunch of things jumbled up. Definitely don't want this down in the red zone. You feel a little pressure. Good job taking off, and does a good job keeping his eyes down the field. Boom. Right here, right? Eyes down the field. Might have gotten past the line of scrimmage right there. But eyes down the field, find the guy open up, makes a nice throw there if it's not called back. Okay, tough play right here. All right, so they're doing this funky way inside, and then this guy coming out flat. So you got kind of a high-low read, and then they're going to do this double move from the backside. So I get it. Get this guy to jump down, get this guy to jump that flat corner route, and then work the safety and get this deep throw right here. And you see it. It's coming. It's coming. But, man, is this a long count throw. Now, I'd love to see Bo, if he's off of this, right, just like he did before, is come out and read this guy. If this guy flattens and comes off of this, maybe a chance to drive this in the hole right now. But it takes a long time. You see the pressure coming right here. You just really have to be very conscious of coming off and seeing this corner right off the bat. But because this guy goes so far inside, it takes so long for him to get back outside to turn that corner again, and then this double move to open. Theory is pretty good. I just would like to see it happen a little bit faster for Bo. And again, nothing really to do. He tucks it, takes off, did a nice job making some plays in the preseason with his feet. Okay, I'm not really sure what we're doing here. So come off of this, flat, we got a shallow, we got a corner. So very similar to what I think we saw earlier in the game on that 3rd and short. The only problem here is we've got nobody blocking the defensive end, and Bo's taken a lot longer to set up. You know, we talked about it before, that if that's the case, off of the play fake, you got to turn and set and think this number 1 right now. But you see how long it's taken him to get turned. Now he's a little bit out of whack, and he actually misses this throw. So not a lot of bad stuff from Bo. This one just is really weird because, first of all, they're making the play fake to this side and everything's going back this side. And then his eyes stay over there too long for some reason instead of just getting back, because they're not blocking this guy right here. You got to know that. They chipped him with the tight end, but you got to know that that guy's not going to be blocked, or maybe it's a bust up front. But either way, eyes need to be over here because we said, come off and look at flat first. It's open. That flat is open. That ball should be in his hands right now, and we've got a nice little gainer over to the sideline, and he's just not quite ready for it. Okay, similar type play to what we talked about before. So the other one was Hank. So it was a 5-yard over the ball. This one is going to be what I call pearls. So pearls is just kind of double curls, and they're 12-yard curls. So the inside guys run a 12-yard curl, outside guys running out 12-yard curl. We've got a flat. I think they're doing the same thing back here. So it's just a deeper version from the inside guy from the Hank that we talked about before. All right, so now you see Bo going inside once again. Now, they probably teach it the same way. Hey, this is just Hank. It's just a deeper Hank, so read inside first. As I told you, I don't like that. But when I do read inside first is when they go cover 2, and specifically Tampa 2. 2 high safeties. Tampa 2, the Mike linebacker is running through the middle of the field. This is where the void in that zone is. Okay, the reason we don't go outside normally on cover 2 right now is because you got a corner sitting there for the flat, so you don't have that stretch of a linebacker. You've got a linebacker sitting in that spot to take the curl, and now we got an inside guy one-on-one on the Mike linebacker, hopefully threatening him deep and then beating him underneath. And then just like with Hank, what you can do against Tampa 2, if you're reading in here first, is then read the squeeze, okay? So kind of put it all together. The Hank, they come out, read the underneath guy first and read the squeeze of those linebackers, then work outside. I like to do the opposite, but if I get Tampa 2, I'm going to start inside and then read the squeeze. If one of these guys squeezes, now we isolate the corner on the outside with the curl flat because the outside linebacker has squeezed inside to the guy over the ball, and that gives us a 2-on-1 on the outside. So it's not necessarily a great play against cover 2 because you do have 5 underneath defenders, but if that Mike linebacker is running out of there, we're back to 4 underneath defenders just like we have in a cover 3 look, and now we work the squeeze of those guys. We work inside out when we've got corners that are rolled and they're already in a position to take the flat. When we don't have corner rolls and the corners are off, now it's the outside linebacker type player that has to cover the most ground. So that's why I like to read that first when the corners are off. But this is exactly what I would do and teach in a Tampa 2 type look. That Mike's going to get out of there. Boom, replace it with the guy over the ball. Well done, great timing. All right, tough one here. So many teams do this. They just run a go on the outside, and then they run this guy on a choice route. Inside, outside, hook, whatever. Now, the problem with these plays is that if the quarterback goes over here to read the choice, and it's not open, that guy doesn't win, you've got nowhere to go and replace on that side. You're just clearing a guy out. You've got no recourse over there. So now you've got to come and try to find things on the other side and kind of throw blind because you don't know what's going on the other side. So if he read to this side, right, he could probably hit this stick right here and in that voided Tampa 2 area. Backside, he goes to the choice. They've got kind of a clamp. They've got a corner outside. They got a linebacker inside. This guy's simply running a go route. Now maybe if you go over there, you can read the corner first. He comes off. Maybe you have a whole shot and can beat the safety with the throw. But to me, just not a lot of great options if your choice doesn't win. Now, you guys can make the decision. Did the choice win? Okay. You know, he's got enough space. If you're ready, you can put that on him and gain 4 or 5 yards, no problem. So not a horrible route because he sits in between the 2 defenders. Bo doesn't like it, doesn't really have a recourse. He's going to tuck it and run again And as I said, did some nice things with his legs of just picking up some extra yardage, but not forcing the football when he's not comfortable, not throwing the football into harm's way, but still making some positive plays. Love this. Anybody that's followed me know this is my favorite play in football. It's what I call pinch, an influence post here, a big in route on the outside. They're going to bring a shallow route over here. Then they're going to check swing. So ultimately what they're going to try to do is, although this guy can be an alert, we're going to clear out any safety to the inside with that influence guy. And then I'm going to high-low the hook defender between the shallow and the dig. Okay? So, okay, this guy's working the flat defender. Here's the hook defender. We're going to read him. Settled his feet already. He's not turning and getting depth. Love this. By Bo, back, boom. Like to see him one hitch that instead of two, but I'm not going to get too picky, too quick hitches. And you see his receivers got to slow down. Like one hitch, let him run through it, but still. Great throw, up and over, right on the money as his guy's getting out of the breaks. The break, about 2 yards inside the numbers is where we always threw it. So really, really well done. Good read, good getting the ball out. Maybe just a touch quicker as he gets more comfortable with it. Then, of course, he's going to be really good in the red zone. These naked bootlegs, I said he's really, really good at them. They're running what we call a T-naked. So we're faking to the T, and then the T's going right to the flat. We're hoping to get everybody to condense down, especially if we get man-to-man coverage. And somebody's got to get through here, and we can pop the flat right now. They do a great job of running through that. And you just see how quickly Bo sees this and gets back to his wrapper, his number 2 guy underneath, with the guy in his face. Really, really well done to read that, throw it across his body, ball on the money, finish preseason game number 2 with a touchdown.